Hey guys, here's my reaction to the Six Nations final day. This is not going to be a great long video. I'm going to go into another video later in the week with more depth. Yeah, this is just going to be my initial reaction. Sorry I didn't get one out yesterday. I was in the pub having a few drinks, so I wasn't exactly in the best state to do one. But yeah, I'm just going to say what I think. First game. Italy were mostly on top of France, but it was silly errors and silly lapses in concentration at key times which cost them, and France capitalised on that. Italy should be kicking themselves, as they have only really themselves to blame for losing that one. France clinical when it matters, but France still not looking a great team at all. So that's my reaction there. Wales against Ireland. Wales, well done on the Grand Slam. Fully deserved it, even though the rugby you played isn't the prettiest rugby to watch sometimes, but it's still very effective. And against Ireland, after Hadley Parkes' early try, after a brilliant chip through by Gareth Anscombe, you were just solid enough. The forwards put a great shift in, and you basically just outthought Ireland and just kept things very solid, very efficient. Gareth Anscombe just kept chipping away, getting the points on the board to make sure you've got the win. So fully deserved Grand Slam Wales. Ireland really were pretty poor, to be honest with you. Lacked any kind of cutting edge or clinical edge. Very sloppy plays, gave away too many penalties. And to be honest, got their just deserves. I mean, they got a decent try from Larmour at the end, but other than that, Wales just too good for them. Defended a lot better and deserved to win. Going forward to the World Cup, I would say Ireland shouldn't be too worried, but this is a bit of a lapse. I'm sure they'll be a lot better come World Cup time, and they'll be very competitive there. But yeah, pretty disappointing Six Nations by their standards. Johnny Sexton looked really off the pace. Conor Murray had some good moments in him, but on the whole, I didn't think he was as good as he normally is. Just coming back with injuries, a possibility with him. But Sexton and was very patchy this championship. And quite a lot of the other players as well, who are normally strong figureheads, didn't have the best championships either. Possibly aside from players like James Ryan, when he's in the team, he played excellently. He always does usually. So yeah, from an Irish point of view, be disappointed, but I wouldn't be too downhearted, or I wouldn't be too worried going to the World Cup. As long as your best players stay fit, because you'll be a lot better then. Wales. Without a doubt, Wales will be contenders for the World Cup. And with winning 14 matches in a row now, a record, they're looking like a team that just don't know how to lose. It's not always the prettiest rugby to watch, but it's very effective. The defence is very solid, and I think it's going to be your biggest loss when Gatland, Edwards and Howley do finish after the World Cup, is losing Sean Edwards as defence coach. But from what I've gathered, he is a free agent, as he's not signed a contract with Wigan yet. So, yeah, Gregor Townsend, if you're listening, mate, he's Sean the phone. Get him up north. We'll take him at Scotland. But that is a perfect place to move on to the final game, which is just, Jesus Christ, unbelievable. The first half, I was just like, oh, that's it. Well done. Game over. 31-0. And then Stuart McInally scored a great try, charging down Owen Farrell's kick just before half time. And 31-7 at half time. It was just had a lot of similarities to 2 years ago, when it was 30 points to 7 at half time, England then, and then they went on to romp us 61-21. I had some ways a similar feeling there, but that second half, though, the way the players dug deep, the way the rugby they played, Finn Russell's absolutely amazing at 10. The pack just, were relentless. Magnus Bradbury has really staked a claim to be the starting 8 going forward to the World Cup. Darcy Graham should definitely be our first choice winger now, on the right wing over Tommy Seymour, because Darcy, that guy Darcy Graham, he is going to be, without a doubt, if he stays fit, providing, I think he's going to be a brilliant player for us going forward. And I noticed this as well, because I saw him live at the Dubai Sevens in 2017, and I think he was joint top try scorer in that tournament. And even just watching him then, I thought, this guy has something about him. He's going to be a special player, and he's proven it now. He's got great step, great pace. Can beat defenders. Is not afraid to come up against the big men. Not afraid to take any player on. And I'm really excited for the future. I mean, what a back three that could be with Hogg, Darcy Graham, and Maitland or Kinghorn on the left. That is a really exciting back three going forward for Scotland. Elsewhere, I think Sam Johnson's more or less nailed down the 12 spot, provided Alex Dunbar comes back to his absolute best, but I'd say Sam Johnson should be our 12 going forward. Hamish Watson, we look at such a better team with him in the side, so it's crucial we try and keep him fit, because I thought when he wasn't fit and he wasn't in the early parts of the game, there's a lot missing, but when he came on against Wales and again yesterday, he was excellent. And Stuart McInally has definitely staked a claim to be our captain for the World Cup, even though I think it will be John Barclay when he's back fit, and it probably should be John Barclay, but I think Stuart McInally's done his case no harm whatsoever, and was at his best yesterday and was brilliant. From an England point of view, this team I just can't see winning the World Cup. Maybe get to the semi-finals, but it's just what happened yesterday and the last 20 minutes against Wales, the second half against Wales actually, both the second half yesterday and the second half against Wales, you just seem to lose concentration, you get sloppy. I don't know if it's just arrogance or, a sense of laziness in some ways. Like you get a bit in front and think, okay, we're fine now, we're cruising. It's it seems to be a concentration thing. It's stuff that was there under Stuart Lancaster's era as well. The 2015 World Cup against Wales, where England were pretty far in front and then just lost it in the last 20 minutes. And against us, yes, they just lost it in the second half, and you just we're sloppy in defence, falling off tackles, like not getting as much urgency about you, and we took advantage of that. And it was just really gutting that England switched on a bit towards the end, and George Ford got that try under the post. Ifs and buts, but if Hamish Watson had tackled Johnny May into touch a few phases before then, or if we'd got England over the corner, George Ford might have missed the conversion, possibly. All hindsight, all who knows, but I'm really proud of that second half performance from Scotland. It gives us a great platform going to the World Cup. And the key for us now really is A, consistency, and B, showing we can beat these teams, because it's all very well getting a draw at Twickenham, maintain the Calcutta Cup, and it's nice to end the losing run at Twickenham, even though we still haven't beaten them since 1983, but we still need to be making sure that at 38-31, whatever the score is in the last 5 minutes or so, that we close it out, because the best teams, when they're in those positions, they always make sure they have the ability to close it out late on, even no matter how tight it is, and they get it right at the right moments, and that's the key details I think we're still missing. And the first half as well was obviously pretty bad from us as well. We gave 3 or 4 very sloppy tries, but once we got a foothold in the game, it was pretty good, wasn't it? And from a neutral's point of view, it was an absolutely brilliant game to watch if you are a neutral in that game. So yeah, like I said, I'm pleased, but I'm also disappointed we couldn't see out the win, because it would have been nice to put that Twickenham hoodoo, that monkey off our back and go in there. But I guess it's going to be another couple of years before we get the chance again. And next year we'll be going in, maintaining the Calcutta Cup. So at Murrayfield, possibly 3 in a row there. Yeah, that would be good. So that would be, and going to World Cup, like I say, I think we're going to be hopefully a decent team. If we can make it past the quarterfinals, that'd be brilliant. But we'll see. I think that, like I said, the second half performance yesterday will be a good springboard for us going forwards. But we just need to learn to be more consistent, be more accurate. Because Finn Russell, when he plays like he did in that second half, he'll be a absolute dangerous player for anyone to deal with, and he's without doubt the best 10 in the world when he plays like that, in my opinion. It's just so brilliant attacker, and it's just so good to watch Finn Russell when he's on his game, on his day. So I think Ali Price has definitely staked a claim to nail down the 9 shirt. I think I'm still not wholly convinced by Laidlaw, even though he did pretty well when he came off the bench. But yeah, so Like I said, mixed bag. On the whole, from a Scottish point of view, I'm disappointed with the Six Nations because I wanted us to get at least 3 wins and finish around mid-tables or near the top, and I think we've regressed a wee bit there, but a good performance to end it off, and need to learn to be more consistent. So that's all I've got to say, guys. Thanks for listening. Take care, and I will have a more in-depth video later in the week, and I'll also have my Team of the Six Nations video, which I'm going to put out later this week as well, and with that I'll say my player of the Six Nations. Okay, I hope you enjoyed what I had to say here. Take care, and I'll catch you later on.